Yes, yes, yes. We are back. And today I want to talk about me being back. It's been a couple of months that I've made like really new content for YouTube. But today I'm going to tell you my new game plan. Stick in, stick by, stand by, and let's get ready to get into it. I must say I had to recalculate everything. Not that I had it wrong, not that my workflow was going on right or wrong. The thing was, I was in a place where I didn't prepare for what was coming ahead before I started making content. And that is all the things, all the responsibilities that I had to take on before I started recording. So that means InvestFest. Little slight plug, investfest.com. Get your tickets today. We literally just launched our headliner, which was 50 Cent. So, and he's ready to just drop everything. They spoke to him. He said, listen, I'm gonna talk about everything. I'm gonna give you all the game. This guy is incredible. He has like 32 different shows on 8 or 11 networks. He took music and whatever he was doing before and just turned it into a media empire. So investfest.com, get your tickets. They are on early bird right now, but they will be going up to general price very soon. So get your tickets while they last. So I didn't estimate how much time InvestFest will take from me, right? And then also with us producing another show on the network, Blackout, that was another issue that I ran into, because that takes my Wednesdays was my day, right? That was my day. And I created all my content on Wednesday. But with Blackout, it kind of took away my Wednesday. So I just literally, if you look at the timeline, InvestFest promotion and Blackout, they came right around the same time. You notice my content stopped. And I know that's not a good excuse, because I don't expect excuses from you. But it is what it is. I messed up. And it goes to show you, right, that sometimes in life, things are not going to go the way you want it to go, but you have the ability to readjust and change. And I know how I feel. I didn't come this far to only come this far, right? I didn't build up to 12,000 subscribers. I didn't build up to 90,000 followers on my Instagram. I didn't do all this to just let it go. Like, no, I didn't build the MacPac community to just let it go. Now, granted, if you are a member of the MacPac, you know that you've been getting content on a weekly basis. I did make sure that I put content in there on a weekly basis in the community, mainly because they're already paid. They're paying subscribers. So like, I have an obligation even more so to them. Not that I don't have an obligation to you guys, which I do, but these guys, like, if I didn't provide the content for them and they paid me, it was either I refund them or I'm looked at like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying, that word. So I made sure I made content for them on a weekly basis. And if you're not a part of the MacPac, this is a little secret. I'm giving 90% off, 90% off. Use coupon code MJM, 90% off. I'm only doing this for like the next few days. I'm not doing it too long. But if you want to be a part of the community, which I have a ton of courses, they're not all uploaded, but they are going, I like post those videos like simultaneously, like a little bit every week. And I post a weekly mentorship class every week. Now, I've been doing all classes for the last 3 months, but I'm going to start using my friends now and bringing them in and getting even more game in different areas that I'm not efficient in. So yeah, granted, I know a lot of stuff. Like I've been teaching like everything I know, right? But now it's time for me to start bringing other people in. So be prepared for that. But if you want 90% off the MacPac community, go to themacpac.com and use coupon code MJM. And you'll get 90% off. That's only for a limited time. I'm not sure when I'm gonna change it, but it's gonna be very short-lived. But back to this. So you guys probably feel sometimes like you're making content and it's just overwhelming. that's how I felt. I was making the content and I was overwhelmed because I had so many other new things put on my plate. So my schedule was very tight and it was perfect. But now, when you put more things on my plate, I had to readjust. And I never had the time to readjust and recalibrate my schedule to fit inside of what I was doing with you guys, but what I was also doing outside of what you guys. So now that I have some type of like workflow and everything going, I'm ready to come back, and I'm gonna come back strong. The thing is though, is that what I'm gonna do is most important is I have to pick that day to record the content. Like the first probably 5 months of my content that I was putting out, I recorded it in like literally like 2 or 3 months. So it was just like, it was easy. I had all the content already. But the problem is now is like after I ran that content, I moved, if you guys remember, and I never caught up to where I take a day and just record a ton of content. Now, my ideas are out of this world. And I started to use Notion. You may or may not be familiar with that. I'm gonna really become really familiar with it. And I'm gonna also show you guys how to use that. And I'm gonna make it digestible for you guys so you can understand it. Because a lot of tutorials out there that I've been looking at, they make it complicated. And it's not as complicated as it seems. And Notion is a good productivity app that allows you to like organize your whole entire workflows, your life, your everything. It's really incredible. And you could also have team members like kind of come in onto it, and you can give them I'm gonna break down Notion, and I'm gonna do it in like a really, really easy way so you can understand it in a digestible way. Because I know how I'm learning, I know how I learn. So hopefully guys, you guys can understand it when I give it. But the only thing that I was working on was I start to go fast. And if you notice, I'm talking really slow. So I've been working on my speech as well. And that's been really, 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 really beneficial for me too. And the first thing that I have to get down pat is talking slow. The second thing is I may say a lot, right? And I'm learning from my speech coach that the easiest way not to say no, or whatever the word, whatever, is to close your mouth when you're not speaking. So when I'm not speaking, I close my mouth. That way, you're not gonna be there saying and thinking, right? So when you're thinking, you close your mouth. Now, that exercise has been working for me. Not that I got it down pat, but I'm a work in progress. I've been still studying it and trying to get better at being more efficient at speaking and taking my ideas in my mind and being able to articulate it better for you guys. I believe that if you continue to follow me, you'll see the growth in me as a content creator. Now, I've been making a lot of content and so many different creative ideas for so many other people, right? Now I'm taking what I've been doing for everyone else and putting it out to you guys from me. The thing is that you have to be very articulate to take your thoughts and your ideas and make them make sense to you guys. The problem with that is that I have 1,000,001 ideas running through my mind. So I can be trying to tell you about this one idea, but another idea is going to zoom, and then it gets confusing and lines get crossed. So now I'm trying to slow my speech down and be more thoughtful for with my thoughts. So now it doesn't cross. And when I speak to you guys, you'll be more understanding of what I'm saying. So now I don't have to be insecure about when I speak to you guys. And yes, that is a good word to use, is insecure, because I didn't feel as comfortable in the beginning. Now, as I continue to speak to you guys, I felt more comfortable, but it still wasn't to where I wanted it to be. And it made me very insecure because I consistently was starting to do the same thing. I wasn't introducing new techniques, new ideas into my speaking until I stopped speaking for now 3 months. And I've been learning my craft and been studying my craft with a mentor that speaks on a much higher level than me. Now, will I continue? It was some like dust. Will I continue to speak slow like this? Probably not. It will be a little faster. But what you got to understand, like I said this in one of my contents. I don't know if I put it out, but I have a hoop in my office, right? And what I was doing was I shot one in a row each day for a week, right? One in a row. I step up to the basket and I shot one in a row for a week. The next week, 2 in a row, right? The next week, 3 in a row. Now all the way up, I'm at like eight in a row now, right? So I can't stop shooting that ball until I hit 8 in a row, right? And I have to do it for a whole week. If I do it for a whole week, I go to 9 and go to 10 and go to 11, right? What I understand about this, right, is that when I was at 3 in a row, it was so hard to make 3 in a row because that was the cap, right? That was the goal, to hit 3 in a row. Now that I'm at 8 in a row, 3 in a row is a given. 5 in a row is a given. Even 6 in a row is a given, right? Because I have so much repetition at 8 that all the goals prior to that 8, it's simplified. Like I remember like at 3, right? I would shoot 2 shots. And that third one would be, I would always miss that third one because I would feel anxious. I would feel like scared or just like that I'm gonna miss or things like that. But then I realized like when I was at like 6, I'm like, yo, I'm making 3 in a row easy. But now when I'm at 5, the 6th one is hard, right? So, and that goes along, that's the same thing as speaking, right? I'm gonna get speaking slow, right? Then I'm gonna get saying my words correctly. Then I'm gonna get a new word bank that I'm gonna use at a repetitive nature where I'll take like 10 or 20 or 30 words in my word bank where they can kind of guide me to where I want to go when I want to speak and be very repetitious with my speech, that it will be easier to, 1, now I'm talking slow but on a steady pace. 2, I'm saying my words correctly. 3, I'm gonna sound more articulative with my words, if that's a word, because I have a word bank now that I'm using to guide me through my speech. And the 4th is putting my emotions in it now, right? That's gonna be the 4th step where I can use my emotions with my speaking. I can grasp the audience if I'm speaking. Because yes, do I want to be a powerful speaker? I do want to be a powerful speaker. I want to go into auditoriums. I want to go on stages and tear the shit up, point blank. Like I tell my boy Neo, he is the #1 speaker right now. Not only does he speak well, not only does he have his story down well, not only does he say like dope, I said because I had my mouth open. Not only does he say dope taglines or like words that just kind of go together because he has so much repetition of saying them and how much he's practiced in the mirror or practiced with a camera, that I'm like, bro, I have to get to that level because he should be a world-renowned speaker. And he will be, right? He just hasn't focused on it yet. But that's my focus, but you have to take steps. I have to first master this, right? Master sitting down. That's why I like this studio, because this studio over here, I can stand up. And when I stand up, I feel more freer to speak. But then I realize I'm moving around. But that's something else I have to work on, right? But all these are steps, and you get to see my growth right in front of you, right? Now, don't take this away from me, right? Because my wife always says, you can't act like an amateur and expect people to come and join your community or join your mentorship. You got to understand, this is a new part of my life, right? I've been teaching the whole time. I've been showing people how to do everything the whole time, right? I've never been a content creator. This is a whole new world for me. But if you ask me how to like this scene, you ask me how to market, you ask me how to build your social media, I've been doing it for so long. That's what I'm the king at. If you ask me how to start a podcast, I'm gonna tell you that's what I'm the king at. But me getting in front of this camera has been something new for me to explore and to evolve at. And yes, I'm gonna evolve at, because anything I touch, it turns to gold. Ask her, baby, if you're seeing this or if you're watching this. But on the real, like, these are the things I've been going through with the last 3 months. And again, I apologize for being gone so long. And am I gonna be gone again? I pray I'm not, but I'm definitely gonna do a video a week. That's what I'm, just like I give a video a week to the MacPac, I'm gonna make a commitment today that I'm gonna give at least one video a week. If it's not an educational video, it's gonna be an update video. Because this is really an educational update video, right? Because yes, I'm speaking about my speak-ins, I'm speaking about things that I've been going through and how I've been changing, how I've been doing, like my content, my niche. I was talking about things that people just didn't want to hear from me, right? And you have to be okay with that. You have to be like, listen, people don't want to hear about my inspirational speeches. And you got to be okay with that. They come to my page or my YouTube to learn how to do a skill. And I have to accept that. You're probably listening to this, and if you made it this far, you listening to this because you want to learn how to do a skill. I built some of the biggest companies in the world, and you want to know how I did it or how we did it. What tools, what techniques, what ideas, what things that I use to build one of the biggest companies. And that's what I got to give, right? I got to give everything we did, how we use the cameras, how we grew from this camera to this camera to this camera, how we use the lighting, right? I'm using a whole different lighting setup than I never used, right? Why? Because I felt like I needed to change the setting. I needed more soft light. My camera's on auto right now, right? Because what I realize is every time I shoot by myself, it comes out blurry because I might move and I can't see it. I'm by myself. I'm a one-man machine, right? I did my lighting, I'm doing my audio, I'm doing my cameras. I did the whole entire setup. I designed this whole setup. Yes, it's difficult. It's very difficult, right? But you got to do it because if it don't get done, then it won't get done. And we can't afford that, right? And I made the mistake of being gone for 3 months. Yes, I posted some videos. I posted last month the Master Resell Rights, Master Resell Rights, that video, which that video is a really incredible video. And I think anybody that has a skill at something could literally make a course and actually resell it, but also sell it as a licensing deal where this person could sell your course and make money off of it. But they all have to come back to you. So you get all the data. And also you get the affiliate links and things like that from the course or things like that. So it's a really great course. And you can go to, it's called www.brndx.io. Go to www.brndx.io and check it out because what they actually do is they resell a brand course. And I was selling my brand course, but I'm like, I could partner with them and kind of like get a kickback if I push people to that site because they have the resell rights. I get a commission if it resells. So why build a whole course? And I went through the whole course. The course is really great. It gives you, it's made for people that are just starting off. If you have a brand and you need more in-depth things like intermediate level things, I wouldn't buy that course. But if you're just starting off and you want to learn about branding, I would definitely buy that course because it literally, from there, you can go from 0 to 100,000 followers with all the information in that course because it literally gives you strategies as well. That's the hardest thing to find is strategies. People don't have the strategies and the workflows. And that's what I give in the MacPac community. I give my workflows, I give my strategies, I give my techniques, all the tools and why I use them, right? Why are we using these mics? What's the difference from this mic, that, all these different things. So that means I made some money. But yeah, this is really this is dope. I'm glad I was able to sit down with y'all tonight and make this video because I am ready to come back. I've been yearning to make content. And I made the last 2 videos that I made with the MacPac. The video last week was about leadership. And the video before that was about multicam editing. And I did a bonus video that week on lighting. And those last 3 videos, I gotta say, it lit my fire back up. And I've been missing out on content. And then me seeing my followers drop, I'm like, oh no. We got to get back in the groove of things. We can't just leave. We can't let this go. We didn't come this far to just come this far, my baby. No. So I'm back, and it feels good to be back. It feels good to make content. It feels good to speak to you guys. I mean, if I didn't have therapy, I don't know what I'll do, because you guys are my therapy. Me speaking to this camera is my therapy, and that's some real shit. So I don't know what I would do if I wasn't speaking to y'all, like if I didn't have therapy, like. So thank God I'm back. I'm going to commit 1 video a week. I'm going to commit that. I was making 1 video a day, and yeah, it was maybe 10 minutes to 20 minutes to 30 minutes, but that's still a lot of videos, because I did the calculations, right? I was doing about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours of videos a week, right? Most podcasts are about 45 minutes to an hour long, and they do 1 video a week. I was giving you 2 to 3 hours a week on a bunch of different topics. That is pretty hard and pretty impressive. And I did like 30 something weeks straight, took a couple weeks off, and did another 20 weeks, and then did another 10 weeks, or 10 days, 20 days, and 30 days, because I was at episode 60. But I did 60 episodes in a matter of 75 days, 80 days. And if you count the weeks, just say 3 hours a week, that's what, 10, 12 weeks? It's like, what, almost 40 hours of content? Something like that? It was a lot, but that's no excuse. I like making content. I said that word, I can't say that word. I like making content for you guys, and I miss making content. And it's not that I ran out of ideas, because I'm gonna do a video on how to make these ideas, because with AI, it is impossible to get brain fog. It's impossible, because I start talking to AI, like anytime I get like stuck, I start talking to AI, and AI just starts giving me stuff. Like I said, can you give me ideas on viral videos on digital media, on branding, on marketing, on blueprint, right? Then they give me the viral videos. All right, can you give me some hooks for these types of videos? Boom. I took those hooks, and now I got a whole 20, 30 videos, right? Because I'm gonna take the hook and make a video from it. It's amazing. There should be never a time where you run out of content. I don't care what you do. If you're a plumber, or if you're a real estate agent, or whatever you are, there's always ways to make content and ideas that you can come up with using AI. And I'm gonna do a video on that. Like, that's literally the key, what I just did. But I can go into depth on, like, I'll pick 3 industries. So if you're watching this, 3 industries, comment 3 industries that you want me to talk about, and I'll make a video on AI on how to get all the content ideas. I'll give you 90 days of content ideas in that industry. So pick whichever industry gets the most in the comments, that's the industry I'm gonna pick. But guys, I miss y'all. I'm back. And I'm happy to be back. And I want you guys to tune in on a weekly basis, consume this content, because I will be giving you some knowledgeable, educational, inspirational, money-making content that will change your life and the people around you's life. I got you. I love y'all. Take it easy.